It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Okay, here we go. We made it to the weekend. It is Friday here on the KVJ show. Good morning, Virginia and Jbird.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on with y'all?
Making it.
Yeah, I hear you, right?
It's muggy out there today. Is it going to be muggy tonight at the South Florida Fair?
It's better than it was yesterday.
True. It was raining yesterday at this time.
Yesterday, it was toad weather.
It was gross.
It is kind of odd that we do get this weather typically in January. I remember, I think it was last year, we were at the South Florida Fair and I got drenched. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it supposed to be January in South Florida? Why are we in the rainy season?
I want it clear and crisp and 68 degrees.
It'd be nice.
Oh.
It'd be nice, but it's going to be a little bit warmer today. You're going to see temperatures in the low 70s this morning, and then by afternoon, you're going to be in the high 70s.
Yee.
And then as we kind of creep through the weekend, it warms up a little bit more on Saturday, and then you'll be 83 for a high on Sunday.
All right. We're going to wear tonight on stage then our KVJ wife beaters because I don't want to be all sweaty.
Okay.
Oh, I always end up with half of my outfit on by the end of anything we do live.
I put my pirate outfit in the washing machine because it had some stains on it from the last time I wore it. And I didn't realize it wasn't machine washable.
I know that move.
Whole thing fell apart.
Many costumes have fallen in my house because of that.
Yeah, we're going to try to do a little pirate theme.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going full pirate over here.
Okay.
My pirate outfit came in too. I haven't tried it on. I hope my fupa doesn't get in the way.
Yo ho ho, my belly won't fit in my pants.
Yeah, although I think a plumpy pirate works.
Yes. Wasn't Captain Hook's little buddy, wasn't he kind of a little chubster?
In
Peter Pan?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a
did have
little
a
chubby monkey.
chubby pirate, but I always kind of wondered how realistic is that? Because you don't have a lot of food at sea. I was like, how much is this guy at sea if he's got, that kind of paunch on him?
Well, if you've got, let's say you're a pirate that, you're at sea, you got a lot of whiskey, you got a lot of food on there.
Rum. They like rum.
Rum, and not much is going on. I can see how you get that COVID belly.
Yeah. I don't know. We're pirates fat.
Atrophied arms and a beer belly?
I'm gonna actually ask that question because
Were there ever any fat pirates?
Yeah.
is that documented?
I don't. They're always named after their beards or the color of their hair. I don't remember, Fat Bob or anything like that.
Pirate Fupa.
Yeah, was that ever something that happened? I don't know if you've seen what the weather looks like in the rest of the country, but I was thinking this morning as I was watching this, and they're talking about some of the temperatures. I think I heard minus 50 somewhere in the upper Midwest.
No.
I was like, wait a minute, what? And they were showing this peninsula that might have been Lake Michigan or something like that, and it was just sheets of ice that looked like it was about 3 feet thick that was hanging off of a lighthouse and things like that. I'm like, now that's really cold. And I started thinking, I'm like, how many people up north today are making the decision to move to Florida today?
They're like, that's it.
Yeah. I have a feeling I look at that weather and all I think of is like, well, our population is going to continue to take off.
We've been talking about it. We're doing it.
Yeah, their winters seem like just from perception, seems like they're getting worse lately. Every year it seems like there's just new levels of cold and snow and just uck. So
You know what they say about the heat, too? They're like, the heat. It's like the devil's breathing on us.
Yeah, you're seeing extremes on either end. It's kind of going crazy. So, yeah, we will see with that. But, yeah, it's dipping all the way down, even to the northern reaches of Florida. It's going to be a very cold day. Pretty much I saw around Nashville's the dividing line. North of that, they're getting a ton of snow. South of that, they're getting ice. And so even places like Asheville, North Carolina are getting ready because they're not, used to dealing with that kind of stuff. And so they're like, okay, hope we do it right. So
gotta put that salt on the road.
Yeah.
While we down here putting that salt on the margarita.
You're right. That's right. And they're going to watch anything we have going on this weekend. Be like, I think I'd like that compared to what I got going on.
It's a better salt scenario.
Yeah, it is a better salt scenario. So we will have some decent temperatures for you tonight. Looks like it's going to be clear. I don't see any rain really in the forecast for our performance at the Coke Florida stage, 7 o'clock. We were going to be there, going to be playing games. It's an all-ages show. Snack Pack's going to be performing as well. So it's a lot of fun if you're going to be at the South Florida Fair. Pop by the stage at 7 p.m.
And good news for me, I looked it up. Yes, pirates were fat.
Really? Okay.
There was a Henry Avery, one of the most successful pirates of the 17th century, was described in records as being of middle height, rather fat with a jolly complexion.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I've heard of the Jolly Pirate. That was actually a donut shop, oddly enough, in the hometown where I grew up. So I guess you got to have a little bit of plump on you
Yes.
eating donuts.
Smee. That was Captain Hook's right-hand man who was a little chubby. He looked like he got into the cheeseburgers.
I think if there was no fighting going on or no mission, I think they just sat around, ate, and drank rum.
Maybe.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. That could be a pirate. At least we will be for one night tonight. All right, here we go. It's time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Jbird is the champ. Virginia was the champ before that. I'm the only person that does not have a dub yet this year.
Oh,
Wow, that is a major headline.
that is.
Yeah, I got really terrible this game. That girl Whitney. Crazy.
It's still early, man.
Yeah, you got a few other buttons to push over there, too.
Remember last year, Virginia, I think, didn't win her first game until February.
It took a little while, and then she just she went on a streak that just didn't end.
Then she had the best year of her career.
Yes, she did. All right, we're going to be starting off here. We've got Yami from Palm Springs is going to be partnering up with Virginia. Am I saying that correct? Is it Yami?
Oh, yeah.
Yummy, yes.
Yami, okay. All right, well, Virginia's going to be giving you the clues to the movies here in the No Name Movie Game. She can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and your time begins now.
Pass. Okay, the person who is operating the yellow car is the what?
Taxi driver.
Yes. You chew your arm off because you wake up and she is not good looking. It's also the name of a bar where the girls get up on the bar and dance.
Coyote Ugly.
Yes.
Coyote Ugly.
Yes. Okay, pass on that one. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. The opposite of sweet and the opposite of mean is what?
Happy or
The opposite of girls is what?
bad boys.
Pass. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. It's a book that's also like a fabulous time back in the Art Deco years. They drank, they partied. It was a fabulous time based on a book.
The Great Gatsby.
Yes, you got it.
Friday Night.
You got it.
Okay.
Oh, could that be the difference?
Those were hard movies.
Not really. I mean, it was Gone, Baby Gone. The Bourne Identity was in there.
Wolf Warrior. Oh, that was hard.
Nice Guys, Bohemian Rhapsody. I know. I've never heard of any of these movies, Kev.
That's hard.
Okay, we're going to go to Caitlin here from Stewart. What up, Caitlin?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, 3 is the top score right now. Let's get 4 at least so that Virginia doesn't win, okay?
Got it.
Okay, can't let her be champ 2 years in a row. 60 seconds on the clock in the No Name Movie Game. Our time begins now. It's the golf movie, goofy golf movie. Funny guy. He's not sad, he is.
Happy Madison.
No, not.
Happy Gilmore. Happy
There you
Gilmore.
go. Okay. Okay, they say when you're in this Italian city, you do, what is the big
When in
Italian?
Rome?
Yes. Okay, it is a war movie. The brothers are dying. They go over to
Saving
protect
Private
him.
Ryan.
Okay. Pass. It's red. It's in the ocean. It has claws.
Crab.
No.
Lobster.
Yep. When you throw something in, pass. One more than 20. It's a cop movie. They're cops that go back to high
21
school.
Jump Street.
Yes. They sing. They snap. It is not the opposite of East. What's the other? And it's a
West Side Story.
Yep. Okay. You're amazing. It's a cartoon. And it's a family, and they wear red jumpsuits.
The Incredibles.
Yes. 7.
Whoa.
7 for the Kevin.
Okay.
Ricky came to play.
Yeah, he got mad. I saw werewolf eyes. I saw wolf eyes.
Wow.
Caitlin, you were
I
fantastic.
haven't even slept yet.
Really? What have you been doing?
I work night shift.
How about that?
Dang.
You nailed it.
You're great when you don't sleep. I honestly wouldn't go to bed.
Yeah.
You need to stay up forever. Just keep going. All right, we're going to see if that holds. You got 7 you got to beat, and Marla is on here from West Palm Beach. What up, Marla?
Hi, good morning, KVA.
Oh, Marla. No one
We
thinks.
got this.
Okay, I like it.
Jbird. We got this.
I love the confidence. I love the positivity.
60 seconds are on the clock in the No Name movie game, and your time begins now.
They are best friends. They drive off a cliff together and kill themselves. It's a movie from the 90s.
Pass.
Okay. They come to take your car, and they are of the male. What's that?
Socha?
No, they pass. I took this glass and threw it off the wall, and it was fine. I could not destroy it. I couldn't.
Unbreakable.
Yes, you got it. Pass, Virginia. He talks to animals. He talks to animals, and he is
Dr. Doolittle.
Yes. When you think something's real, and everyone thinks it's real, but it's not. It's some kind of a brain trick. It's a phenomenon known as the pass.
Pass.
He shoots webs from his wrist.
Spider-Man.
Yes. Pass. I talk like this, and I say that's crimes.
Ah, man.
Good effort.
We're good.
You did great.
Yep, you got
Thank you.
3 on that
That's
one.
it?
I feel like I worked so much harder.
With your effort, you should have had 9. I mean, it was there. You just got it's. Do you get the movies or not, man?
I thought I got
movies or not.
I got at least second place. Well,
You're tied for second.
Kevin, and that's the real story. Kevin is the champion.
Wow.
Gotta
Look at
win.
you.
Nice work. Okay.
Look at you.
And Caitlin, are you still awake?
Barely.
Well, congratulations. You did a great job today.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice.
you. Okay, that means I've got to have the belt out at the fair tonight.
Yeah, you do. Now you got one more thing you got to make sure you don't forget at home.
He's going to leave it here, and I'm going to grab it.
You want me to grab it? I'll take it.
Let's just bring it now.
I got all kind of stuff, so
Okay.
I got I'm like Carrot Top.
Throw that into the mix.
Throw it in the bag.
Oh, you're thinking you're Carrot Top?
Yeah.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, I can imagine this probably happens a lot. Especially if you are a super rich celebrity. You know, you've got people all around you that work for you. And when you get a new man in your life, your new man and your bodyguard may not get along because, you know, you got this bodyguard that gets paid to protect you. And now you got this new boyfriend that thinks he should be protecting you. And I can see why in 2019, there may have been some beef between Nicki Minaj's bodyguard and her new man, Kenneth Petty. Now,
So does her bodyguard need a bodyguard?
her bodyguard
does her new man need a bodyguard?
her bodyguard may have needed a bodyguard. You're right, because something happened backstage at a Nicki Minaj show in Germany, and the bodyguard says that he was assaulted by Nicki's new man, Kenneth Petty. Now, Kenneth has his own rap sheet and some of his own crimes that are documented that he's had to deal with. So I don't know if he's the guy you step to, but I guess the bodyguard stepped to him and Kenneth assaulted him, and then the bodyguard turned around and sued Nicki Minaj and Kenneth and saying, look, I'm just trying to do my job. I got assaulted. Nicki Minaj failed to respond to the lawsuit. She was probably like, Stupid bodyguard, former employee. This guy's an idiot. He stepped to my man, and he's a moron for doing that. My man was protecting me. I don't need a bodyguard. But you can't not respond to a lawsuit. So the judge gave the default judgment to the bodyguard, saying that Nikki owed him $503,000 because Nikki failed to show up in court. And then they were trying to collect the money, and Nikki didn't respond to that. So finally they were like, all right, well, we're going to take your house. You have a house worth $20 million, Nikki. We're going to take it to pay this debt to the bodyguard. And now Nikki responded. So just before yesterday's hearing went down, when the judge was going to say, give me your house, she and her attorneys reached a settlement with the former bodyguard.
People start responding when you say you're going to take their house away.
I mean, you can't not respond to a judgment in court. And if you would have gone to court, maybe you would have been able to fight this and not have had to pay the former bodyguard. You can't just say, I'm not going to go. So there you go. She paid at least part of that $503,000 because they settled it out of court. We don't know what the amount was that was settled on by both the parties. So you can bet the attorneys got their cut, though.
They always do.
Jerry O'Connell had this classic, beautiful Cadillac, a vintage car that I guess a lot of people in L.A. know. They know it's Jerry O'Donnell's Cadillac. And there was a homeless guy who apparently stole the Cadillac. And before Jerry O'Connell even knew it was missing, police had pulled it over and found a homeless guy driving it. Now
wow.
They took the homeless guy into custody, and they say the Cadillac has been returned to Jerry O'Connell without any major damage. But how funny is that? You don't even know your car is missing, and they're like, yeah, call Jerry O'Connell. Let him know a homeless guy has his stolen classic Cadillac.
That sucks.
That does.
And finally here, Bethany Frankel took to social media yesterday to reveal that she has stage 2 chronic kidney disease. She shared the message that she has been to a kidney specialist and not sure what happened or how she got it. She's saying possibly autoimmune disease or severe allergic episodes she's suffered, but she will have to make lifestyle changes now as she deals with stage 2 chronic kidney disease. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's the worst of the week. We sound like dopes when we make bad jokes and commit misquotes. It's the worst of the week. It's amazing we get paid to speak, so let's start the countdown. It's the worst of the week.
Okay, yeah, we had a few flubs here this week, but we're going to own them and we're going to count them down to the worst moments that we had on the KVJ show.
I mean, I'm looking at this bit now to get better. It's game footage, baby.
That's it,
What did we do wrong?
Right.
Or mainly, what
are we going to do again next week?
Let me correct that. What did I do wrong?
Well, when this was said during our fun little game, Do It Bitch, oh my gosh, the text messages we got.
Port St. Lucie.
I don't think she got it.
10.
Dang.
What did I get?
Got to 10.
And you said Port St. Lucie. It's
And
a
Stewart.
county. Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I got the message from a lot of people. I know I got that wrong.
It was naming cities in Florida, and Virginia said Port St. Lucie, and you had said it's not a city. So everybody in Port St. Lucie is like, what do you mean it's not a city?
I'm still hearing about it. I got the memo, guys. I am sorry also.
They're ready to burn it down.
Oh my gosh, people will not say it's a city.
You've insulted the fastest growing community in our listening area.
I know. I heard about that as well.
Well, we also do a podcast after the show, bonus material, which gives us more chances to screw up.
And we do.
And this was one of the finer moments this last week on the After the Show.
Pastries are where it's at now. We're talking the one I can never. Is it Napa? Napatilian? what's it called? Neapolitan? Nah. No, it's not. I don't think it's. Is it Neapolitan? No, it's creamy. It looks like a layer of 3 cakes, and it's got cream in it.
Tres leches cakes?
Nope. Okay, Denny's, please edit this out. I don't know what the I'm talking about.
Not only did Denny's not edit it out, he made a replay out of it and a social media video.
Do me a favor. If you ever see me drowning that bad on the air, punch me.
I'll be Corey Holcomb.
Just get me and just get me away from the microphone.
I did notice no one was throwing you a life preserver.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
I didn't know either.
Oh, I saw him drowning.
Do you know? Do you know what it is?
Let's just see how long this goes.
I know sometimes, Kevin, it gets so bad.
We're going to let it breathe.
Kevin lets that fish, run on that line for a while.
He gets more nervous as it goes.
Dude, when you know you're drowning and no one's helping you.
Is it warm in here?
And you both are looking at me, and I can tell I'm like, oh, this is going so south.
That's my favorite thing about the show.
And I'm going, how can I wrap this up? I can't wrap this up.
I can't wrap it up.
That was rough. That was a rough one.
I believe this also came from the ATS this week, and at number 2 for our worst moments.
Oh, yes. There's a corncob pipe.
Oh, I love a corncob pipe.
Yeah.
I also like 2-button nose. Or
Okay.
2-button eyes. Now, what's
man.
that? I'm so bad at Christmas.
Corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes
made out of coal. Steel. I'm so at Christmas music.
2 eyes made out of steel.
That is the scariest snowman I've ever seen in my life.
It's going to be so heavy.
That's horrifying.
The eyes are going to slide down the body.
You look out the window, you see a snowman with eyes made of steel.
And the number 1 worst moment of this week was maybe one of my actual favorites. We were talking about going on rides like we are hopefully going to be doing at the South Florida Fair later on today.
Yes.
There's a whole line. It looks like a concert of people waiting to ride the ride. And boy, oh boy, I threw up everywhere. And they were Code Brown. I don't yourself?
Code brown means you had diarrhea.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I did it all. Wow.
If I'm at the fair and I get poo on me, that is so much worse than somebody throwing up on me.
Yeah.
So all 5 is me?
You only got 4.
Oh, okay. So I got that wrong? Damn, I hate when I get it wrong in the bit about getting things wrong.
Kevin's already started next week now.
Oh my gosh, I gotta leave.
No, please do not.
Please don't.
Well, we like to debate what is actually normal and what is not. And Sarah had a disagreement with her husband because she thinks it is normal to watch a TV series, and then when you finish it and love it, you go back and watch the whole thing again right away.
I don't think that's normal, but I know people who do it. I've done it before.
I find myself doing it more and more, and it's because I'm at fault. I'm watching a show and I don't catch every detail because I'm half checking my phone or distracted by this or that.
You're doing what Matt Damon was talking about this last week.
It's my fault. So a lot of times I will go back and watch an episode that I just watched because I'm like, I didn't give that my full attention, and I know I missed some things that I need to know.
That doesn't count. You weren't paying attention, so you really didn't give it a full view. This is where you loved it so much, you did pay attention, and you have to watch it again. Have you ever had that?
No. If I was locked in and I did my job as a viewer, I don't need to watch it right away again.
I did it with the first season of Mandalorian.
Okay.
Because I really
Watched it
liked
right away?
I liked the first season.
Just because you loved it that much?
Yes, I did it with Cobra Kai. Because I loved it that much.
Yep. I think what Sarah is saying makes sense for the show she watched. She's talking about S-Bombs Creek. I don't say the full word because I really have a feeling they're trying to trick me into getting an FCC fine. But that is a feel-good show. That is in the same category of these shows they're creating, like Shrinking, Ted Lasso, where people are just nice to each other, and it's not hysterical, but it's amusing, it's funny, and you put it on, you feel better about life.
It fills a void.
You know, to me, it's almost like you make a cocktail or you do all these things for the same reason, and I'll repeat and have the same cocktail. So if putting on this show kind of gives me the same, I feel a little bit better about life. Why would you not put that on? Is almost like a mood. It's, you know what? It's almost like the equivalent of why you put on certain music to create a mood. You can now put on a show to kind of see a mood. And it's not that you're watching it for the surprise. You're watching it for the feel it gives you as you're watching it.
I think that's why The Office is still wickedly popular with fans, because it was that type of show. I don't think there was an episode of The Office where, because it would come on Thursday night, I'd watch it Thursday night, and then I'd rewatch the episode again Friday after work. Back to back, I'd rewatch the episode. That's how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And there are, you're right. Seems like the lighthearted shows seem to do better with that.
That makes more sense to me. So I asked, immediately rewatching a series, is that normal or no? 63% are saying no, that's not normal. And I think if you put a different series there, it doesn't make as much sense. But those category of shows make more sense to me on rewatching them.
You don't seem like the kind of person that goes back and watches a series you like. For example, I went back and watched all of The Sopranos again, and I'd already seen it, and I loved it. I did it with Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Go back and rewatch an entire series that you loved?
The only one I've probably done that I can ever think of was Friday Night Lights. And it was because there was a lot of football, and I did enjoy it, and it felt good. It was, I think it was pretty much Taylor Sheridan's first show that he had done, and now I love all of his shows.
You got me into that show I was watching it when I had the flu. I'm like, this is good. And then I'm going, how long is this show? It looked like there was 3,000 episodes.
I think they had 4 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
They have like 40 episodes per season?
I don't remember how many it had. But yeah, it was on me. It had a solid run. There's a lot to watch. Michael B. Jordan was on that show. Imagine, I mean, what a get that was back in the day. I mean, now he's on the movie that set a record for the most Oscar nominations. So not a bad pickup. Okay, this question wants to know, is this normal or nope? Trying to haggle for a better price whenever possible.
Man, I just had this conversation on Saturday with some KVJ Nationers and Denny's. Me and Denny's are the worst people when it comes to this. We'll pay more to get out of the uncomfortable situation. So many of my friends are such great hagglers. I've seen them do it to a point where I'm going, this is getting uncomfortable. I got to get out of here. I am the worst haggler. I'm not good. It's a skill set. It's an art.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, not every situation needs you to haggle, though. And there are some people that don't know how to turn their haggle off.
Yes.
And you can be out of line sometimes asking for a discount.
There's kind of an unspoken rule at garage sales and thrift shops and all that. If you do haggle and you are getting the value as the customer and they're kind of cutting you a deal, you kind of accept that deal because you're going to get value out of this, and then you still go on to haggle them more. It's kind of like they're doing you a favor. Now you're trying to take another $2 off.
Read the room.
Read the room.
In American society, for the most part, I'm seeing less and less haggling. See it a lot when I go to car dealers. They have signs up about, we're not haggling, price is the price. And I think a lot of people like that because they don't want to go in there and feel like they're paying a different price for the exact same car just because they don't want to sit there and argue back and forth and go through this dance.
You want to know that everybody's paying the same price.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you want to feel like, okay, I'm not being taken advantage of. And I think for a long time, people haven't known. You know, it'd be nice to know what the last guy that bought this same car paid.
Well, the worst is when you want to buy something, but there's no price tag on it. You're like, how much is this? Well, how much you willing to give? I'm like, we're not dating. I'm not doing these mind games.
How much you willing to
dance
pay?
with you. Just tell me how much it is so I can decide. Because I'll say $3.
I'll say a nickel.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're going to play this game.
Just tell me what it's worth.
I'm going to say haggling not normal. In fact, according to a recent study, 95% of U.S. adults don't even try to negotiate unless the potential savings just seem to be huge. But most people are like, I'm not getting into that. Is this normal or no? When grocery shopping, they say, I go aisle by aisle, top to bottom, no plan.
Yes, that's normal.
I can't. I don't have time for that.
I go on feel. I go on gut instinct, intuition.
I got things to do. There's no way. That would take me an hour.
I play a game. I always try to buy one snack I've never bought before. Just to, it's a hunt. It turns into a game.
I think there are people that browse, and then I think there are people that go with a purpose. I do not browse. In fact, that's why I miss so many items. People will tell me, like Denny's with the red pepper flakes. I'm going to miss that unless you tell me and I intentionally go in to get it because I know the 3 or 4 items and I am almost half running through the store just trying to grab and get the heck out.
I have a list and I even forget to some of the things that I put on my damn list.
You guys are all married with kids. You ain't got time to browse.
I'm on the clock.
Yeah, I wake up on a Saturday morning like, I'm going to go see what's going on at this grocery store, taking my time, really.
I got multiple people watching my every move telling me that I'm not going fast enough.
I really want to explore the space in this grocery store.
Must be nice.
It is so nice.
You childless, lucky leprechaun.
I'm living a great life.
It looks like it is more normal to go with a purpose. 75% of people, when they go to the grocery store, they go in, they grab what they want. Only about 26% are going in there and just kind of browsing and taking their time.
Those are the people you know who are stoned.
Yeah. This person says, I eat cheeseburgers upside down.
I cannot throw any stones. I was not picked on, but people always had comments and go, what are you doing? And I still do it at times when I eat a cheeseburger. I turn it into like a half moon, like a C.
Yeah, you're weird.
But a C.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, you see.
People always gave me they always had words about that.
Just do you.
Exactly. That's what I said.
At the end of the day.
I go, what do you care?
I like to take the top bun off, and I know being a man of carbs, you don't like that. But I think all you need is the bottom bun.
Oh, the way you and Kevin do lunch, when we have to do a lunch together, I'm judging both of you. But I also know you're judging me too.
Oh, so much judgment.
Technically, the right way, they recommend if you're eating a big old juicy burger, you flip it upside down because the top bun has more depth and it will soak in all the juices and it'll thus make your experience better than having it all try to absorb into the lower bun. But the problem is for many of us, it's tricky when you then put the burger down. It can rotate a bit and then get even messier. So unless you're holding the burger the entire time you eat, if you never set it down, it becomes an annoyance.
Do you cut your burger?
No.
All right, just check.
That seems like somebody that cuts their pizza.
That's what my girlfriend does.
I like to cut the burger. It's too much.
Oh, I can see
I want to cut it in fourths.
I can see your snobby ass. I want mine cut in 6 pieces.
Yeah.
I have ordered a foot-long hot dog before and asked for it to be cut in 6 pieces.
We know. We felt it.
It was really good.
It is not normal to eat your cheeseburgers upside down. Only 14% of people are doing it.
What about into a quarter moon?
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I guess this guy didn't understand that when you drive a school bus, you are supposed to be picking up the kids, not the hookers on the corner.
No, he didn't.
It's a guy in Delaware, and he was caught on camera having sex with a prostitute inside of his school bus.
Were there kids on the bus?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It was...
It's a different crime if there are.
Oh, absolutely. He'd have bigger problems than that. Yeah, they say 62-year-old Alvin Rom got busted after a school district employee reviewed surveillance footage for an unrelated issue. And it's like, wait a minute, what is he? Oh, my goodness.
Alvin.
He picked up a woman, drove the bus a short distance, parked in a residential area, paid for sex inside the vehicle, and then went to town.
I like that she got the cash up front.
Oh, that's hooking 101. You got to get paid up front.
That's pretty crazy. He was arrested and was released pending other proceedings coming up in the court.
My favorite is when a guy hires a prostitute and then all of a sudden she changes the price on him and he calls the police. You're like, dog, this ain't going to work out for you.
She changed the price and she stole my drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
A routine traffic stop in Ozark, Alabama turned into a big bootlegging bust earlier this month when an officer found over 80 gallons of illegal moonshine in a man's vehicle.
Oh, damn.
That's a shine runner. It was 61-year-old Learndis Hamilton.
Oh, learn this.
They got him for another traffic violation, but...
Drive in the law. Learn this.
Yeah, I mean, Learndis. You can't blow through that stop sign when you got, 80 gallons of moonshine in your vehicle?
You got to be on your best behavior behind the wheel.
He was not, and the cop who pulled him over was like, that's a lot of jugs of clear liquid. What is that?
It's baby oil. I'm a big fan of Diddy.
I'm going to a Diddy party in Alabama.
Not good either.
There's a 24-year-old guy in Kansas City who was caught selling cars on Facebook Marketplace, then stealing them back and then selling them all over again.
Oh, my goodness. See? Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, there's a story today of somebody who's trying to sell their phone. 3 teens showed up and killed them.
Oh, my
That's why when I did Facebook Marketplace, the whole I was buying a tricycle and just the whole transaction was weird. So I rolled up with backup.
Yeah.
And it was a weird transaction.
You have to have a literal bodyguard.
Yeah, they recommend doing all your transactions at a police station and having a witness that watches.
It's a great idea.
Not a great day for Facebook Marketplace, let me tell you. They got a couple stories there that make you say, why am I doing this?
Well, I was thinking back when I bought Vlad, my possessed doll, I met that dude in a parking lot by myself. That was so stupid.
Wow.
I could have been taken out.
You could have.
So this guy that was selling the cars, then stealing them back, did it at least 8 times between May and June of last year, and he only got caught because he tried selling the same exact car to the same person twice.
You idiot.
He's doing too much.
He got too many busy.
He overextended himself.
He got too busy and he couldn't keep his notes straight.
He's doing too much. You got to slow it down.
Bruh.
Another scammer, 63-year-old Luis Felipe Lezcano, was arrested for allegedly stealing thousands of dollars from a Walmart in Doral. He was repeatedly scamming self-checkout kiosks using a method called ticket switching. What he would do is he would scan cheap items while passing expensive ones over the scanner, making it appear that they were paid for. Now, they went into surveillance video and they showed him doing this. They say he used the tactic more than 35 times.
Whoa.
63-year-old Luis Felipe Lezcano stole thousands of dollars worth of groceries through a deceptive technique called ticket switching.
They basically utilize their hands to cover the scanner and place the item over their hand. It's very difficult to detect, but luckily, through the leveraging technology, it's very clear on camera.
And here's how it happens. In one hand is an item or barcode for something that costs less than $1. In the other hand, an item with a much higher price. They both pass over the scanner, but only the less expensive barcode is scanned.
Wow. It's kind of tricky, huh?
Yeah, you got to be doing that sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's basically what it is, exactly. It's crazy. Well, there's a Georgia mother and an unlicensed tattoo artist named Walter Nesbitt who are facing criminal charges after a 14-year-old received a full sleeve tattoo.
What are we doing?
A full sleeve?
Dude.
Wow.
That takes some time,
Yeah,
too,
it does.
man.
Now, the boy's father, Chris Johnson, who has full custody, called police after his son returned home with what he considered a very inappropriate arm-length tattoo. Deputies found Nesbitt at a barber shop where he initially denied involvement, but later admitted tattooing the minor at the mother's request.
Oh, my gosh.
What's the law on that? Let's say Virginia wanted to take Rocco to get a tattoo, but you're there, you're the mom, you're given permission. Do you have to be 18 to get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you have a parent?
I think so.
Yeah, it says here that parental permission would not have made the tattoo legal. And the other part of it was Nesbitt doesn't have any kind of proper licensing for tattooing anyone in the first place.
So it's a prison tat.
Yes. Which is a whole arm sleeve.
I have a friend who he goes to a buddy's house to get his tattoos in his garage. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea, dog.
I can tell you it's not.
I'll show you them tonight.
I know exactly what's going on here. I've talked to this individual about these tattoos. He loves it.
He's addicted.
Addicted to it, loves it.
That's what. Isn't that what your wife says too, Kev? That tattoos are kind of addicting.
I've heard that, yeah, and it makes sense because her and my daughter, probably 5 years ago, I don't think either of them really had any tattoos, and boy, their whole bodies are covered in that time.
You're not talking people out of it. If they are addicted to it and they love it, I'm married to one. Mm-hmm. Don't even try.
I think once someone passes 3, anything can go at that point. You may walk home, or you may come home one day and there could be a neck tat.
Yeah.
And are you excited for a society where there are more robots than humans? It's apparently common, so says Elon Musk.
And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that the robots will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. I think everyone on Earth is going to have one and going to want one. Because who wouldn't want a robot to, assuming it's very safe, watch over your kids, take care of your pet, if you have elderly parents, and definitely we are in the most interesting time in history.
Yes, the robot war is starting.
I don't know.
I don't think it sounds like a great idea, but if you had a butt wiper robot that could do it instead of me,
I don't want that, dog.
I'm talking about from my parents.
I will tell you, butt issues do become more significant as your parent ages.
Absolutely.
I think we're not against robots if they do all the awful
I'm
things.
against them until it comes to me having to wipe my dad's anus. Hey, can you take care of that one?
This is a great idea.
No problem, Kevin. I'd be happy to.
Just be gentle. Well, they say the person who won the massive $1.8 billion Powerball jackpot from the Christmas Eve drawing that we talk so much about has finally come forward and claimed the prize. They went with the one-time lump sum cash option, which is going to be about $834 million before taxes. After taxes, they walk away with about $400 million.
Do we know who they are?
They haven't said yet. They're trying to stay anonymous if they can. But I mean, isn't that crazy? They won $1.8 billion, and by the time they get home with their cash, it's just over $400 million.
Wait, what?
Yeah, $1.8
billion. It does not
billion.
seem fair.
Right. It is kind of crazy when you break it all down.
If you're looking to connect with a stranger, put an ad out in the Craigslist paper. This is Misconnections.
Yeah, the creepsters have found the chat rooms now. I see a lot of the stuff if you go on to Craigslist. Well, there's a lot of interesting comments on there.
I know. My mom wanted to go on Craigslist to sell her jewelry. I'm like, no. You're not allowed.
No.
You are not allowed to go on Craigslist to do anything. And she doesn't understand.
Right.
Yes.
Craigslist is scary, and you're opening the door to people that want to hurt you.
A lot of that stuff I've even noticed on Facebook Marketplace when you're doing some dealings, you get into some situations.
People are getting scammed right and left. The scammers have infiltrated all of these sites that used to be legit.
Yeah.
And I wonder too, even if they know someone's not going to respond, do they kind of get off just by writing it? The idea of it being out there in the public?
Yeah, I think I've seen some repeat people on there. I think they're just shooting their shot as much as possible. And clearly they're not getting any responses and going back, but yeah, they're there. And they usually write the best posts, honestly, for us. I kind of like it. I encourage it. This is one. I don't know where Dr. Roberts is, but if you're in that waiting room, this one could be for you. It says,
You were in Dr. Roberts' waiting room. I was the one that was sitting by the fish tank. You had a cold sore, and I said, hey, you know what? I got cold sores, too. I only said that because you weren't wearing a wedding ring, so I decided I was going to shoot my shot. Look, us cold sore soldiers got to stick together, right?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Just so you know, you are fine like a flower on a vine. There's so much tension in that waiting room. I'm surprised we aren't married yet. If you felt what I felt, hit me up. I'm right here. I love a girl with a cheetah tattoo.
Could you imagine a guy with that voice and that tone hitting on you? Oh, my God.
I'm going to get a new doctor.
Cheetah tattoos, cold sores. Yep. I'm in.
I'm out.
I sign up.
You're going to
I'm out.
Find a different doctor.
I got to find a new provider. We can't do this.
You guys
I can't even run the risk of running into this guy again in the lobby.
You guys can't control your waiting room. I'm out.
Yes.
Here's somebody else that apparently had a good wild night in Miami, and they didn't make the connection, so they're trying now. It says,
I was the dime piece who grinded on your legs all night. We shared a shot at the Rosa Sky in Miami. I told you that you look like Snoop Dogg, and then you started barking at me, woof woof, in a very sensual way.
That's hot.
Yeah.
You told me that you wanted to make me bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Where my doggies at, right? And then I just melted. You even flowed like Snoop. Then your boys grabbed you and you left. If you want to bark with someone, bark with me. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, right?
Aw.
I don't know what that exchange is all about.
Or
his boys moved in and removed him from the situation because they were like, dude, no.
It feels like they pulled him out. They're like, dog, you're so hammered, you're going to thank us later.
Dog, you have the beer goggles on. We saved you.
No, bruh.
And they're still trolling him to this day. Being like, you should have seen the girl you were on at Rosa Sky. We saved, dog, you owe me. And, a little animal theme here with a little slinky cat. It says here,
I'm looking for the backstabbing worm known as Slinky Cat. If you think you're so slick and cunning, remember this. I'm the one who still has your DNA. Can you say the same thing about me? I hold no hard feelings against you, Slinky Cat. I just want a very proper apology. Just be a good boy and do what's right. Oh, Slinky Cat. Oh, how I miss your meow, meow, meow.
Slinky Cat. What the hell is going on here?
Virginia's always so shocked of the filth that's out on planet Earth.
DNA. I don't even know what's going on.
Is this sexual?
It is very sexual.
Oh.
It is in the male-seeking male category.
I don't know about that Slinky Cat.
Slinky Cat.
A lot of animal themes, cats and dogs today.
I like Kevin's meow. It's very sexy.
It's so sexy.
Great reads, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's all in the artistry that they write out there. So if you want to have a little bit of fun, just pop onto Craigslist and the Misconnections. There's some good reading going on there. For the most part, people in South Florida are loving OnlyFans. Oh, making a ton of money.
We have a lot of influencers making lots of videos, and they're originating from South Florida.
Yeah, really? Is anyone doing this in Nebraska?
Well, Miami, I think because of the backdrop, what it draws, you also have the ability. Look, I've lived in the Midwest. They just don't have the same kinds of glamour places like what we do. If you want your lashes done, your hair, and you want to stay tan, all those kind of things. I mean, just staying beautiful is a lot easier to do in South Florida than it is in Omaha.
Yes, definitely.
Just the way it goes. So it makes sense that people are coming here and going to Brickell because they're with a bunch of other influencers and OnlyFans stars, and everything fits. The culture is just made for it. So I know you can make a lot of money. It's great for the 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are doing it. Maybe not as awesome for their parents. And we've got some parents who are a little bit upset. And in this email, it says, my husband and I discovered that our 18-year-old daughter is secretly doing OnlyFans. Now, she's about to graduate high school, and she still lives with us. And personally, we both think that it's her 21-year-old boyfriend that has kind of pushed her into it.
Oh, no.
I did have a conversation with a cop friend of mine. He said, well, what do you want me to do? She's an adult. I mean, she's 18 and this is completely a domestic situation. You guys got to figure out how you feel about it. Now, she's spending most of her nights at her boyfriend's place, but we are paying for her private school tuition. We pay for her phone. We also take care of her dog. And my husband said, if she's going to do this, she gets nothing from me. She needs to get out. She needs to be an adult. She needs to pay for everything on her own. I don't want to push her away, though, because I'm afraid that if we do that, she'll be like, okay, you turned your back on me. So when is she going to come back? I don't want to handle it the way he wants to handle it.
You push her right into this guy's arms, even more than she already is. And trust me, I've been there. I've tried it with a teenage girl. If you say this boyfriend is bad, it makes her like him more. It's psychotic, but it's just how it is. Only when I embraced the boyfriend and took him on a vacation and paid for everything did she finally realize, oh, wait, maybe this guy is not so good. You got to embrace the bad guy sometimes and jump in full gorilla, and then she might see his bad qualities. But as soon as you start telling her how bad he is, you're pushing her more into his arms.
And do they know for a fact that he's the one?
No, they have suspicions.
They have suspicions, so they don't even have all the details. I'm not sticking up for this.
It's probably him.
I'm just saying, let's get the facts before. Oh, you're right. You know what? Screw the facts, Kevin.
It's not really fun either if you have an innocent 18-year-old that's still in school. Didn't you say she's in private school?
Yeah, she's private school. She's going to be wrapping up, here in whatever, May, June, and getting her degree.
It's not fun as a parent to have your high school senior dating a guy who's 21. That's not fun either.
Yeah.
It's just a difference in where they are in life. And his influence very well may be why she's chosen to do this.
I am doing the exact opposite. I'm not kicking her out. If anything, I'm trying to bring her in closer, trying to have adult conversations, because she is one, about what she's doing, who she's with, and all these kind of things. Trying to help her out if she is making a ton of money now.
And she can help with the mortgage.
Right. I agree. And I think that's the first conversation. You're not kicking her out to have her start paying for her phone at least, and paying for maybe her tuition, looking at that, saying, hey, you're an adult. This would be a great segue. If this is what you want to choose to do for money, then let's just start letting you get what this is going to feel like. I don't kick her out, though. I don't treat her as any kind of villain.
But let's say you sit down, you talk with your daughter, and she goes, I'm completely fine with this. This is my decision. My boyfriend's cool with it, and this is what I want to do. And I'm okay. What if someone says that to you as a parent? Do you just have to take it, or do you constantly give your opinion of how disappointed you are?
Well, I think you have to be very careful about how you speak negatively about her choices. She's 18 and she can kind of make whatever choices she wants. So you have to pivot in your delivery. I would go the opposite way and invite him to dinner. Talk with both of them. Say, look, you got all this money coming in now. We want to help you. We want to help you figure out, what your plans are and how you're going to manage this money. And we want to be a part of it because we're older. We've made the mistakes and we want to help you not make them.
Yeah.
Include him in it.
Right.
Include him in everything, even if you hate him, which I did. You have to bite your tongue and invite him on the vacation.
It's like your young adult child wants to pet an angry dog, and you know what's going to happen because you've lived and you've had that experience. And what you want to do is say, okay, I know that my child's going to get bit, but I'm not going to allow them to get mauled.
Right.
So you kind of go in and be like, all right, let me help you out so I can control how bad this gets.
I always wondered that when that ostrich bit me as a kid. I'm like, did my dad let me get bitten to learn a lesson, but not pecked to death? You see what I'm saying?
You know the juicy daddy had a plan.
I mean, I did try to feed the ostrich a stick.
So your dad was probably like, he deserves it.
Yeah. I think my dad laughed.
So I asked, would you kick your daughter out to make a point if she's 18 and doing OnlyFans? 68% of people said no.
Just stop paying for her stuff if she's making all this bank.
And you can make it seem like it's a victory. Hey, you're all adult, you're making your own money. Let's talk about you paying some of these bills now.
But I want to do it as a family and sit down, break bread in the house, all of us together, talk about it. No kicking anybody out of the family.
All my friends have been texting me saying that the content is amazing.
Yeah, all my 55-year-old guy friends are loving your content. Keep it coming.
Swallow that comment, and it's going to be painful.
Just know that's what's going. I mean, all ages are watching that.
It's so creepy.
But just know.
Yeah, there being some changes made, at least voted upon this week, and it came off of a little violence in Fort Lauderdale. On Tuesday, Fort Lauderdale City Commissioners voted to ban outdoor alcohol sales and consumption in the special entertainment districts like Himmershey and Beach Place, where they had 2 recent shootings. Now, the debate really was, do we get rid of the open container where you can walk around from bar to bar with a drink, or do we start closing the bars earlier? Because right now they can stay open until 4 a.m. So they went with no more open containers. Can't do that. Now, me personally, I don't like that. They went the wrong way on this. And I'm only speaking right now selfishly because I know nothing good happens after midnight. In fact, probably 10 p.m., honestly.
Right.
At least for me. But after midnight, absolutely not. So to me, it's closing it down earlier. But I do understand from the business perspective, that's when they got people that are drinking like crazy and they're making so much extra money. I've talked to a bar owner and they said, look, man, I make a ton of my money between 1 and 4, and that would just cripple me. That's where, we really start raking it in. To me, that seems to be where the problem is. Excessive late night drinking, because that's when these shootings are happening. So the reason I don't like this, I love being in Himmershey or even Beach Place. Both of them, I've walked around with a cocktail and absolutely love doing so. And I'm there at noon or 1 p.m. and ain't nobody getting shot when I'm doing that. So the problem's not me walking around with a beer between bars at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Your problem is younger kids out between 1 and 4 a.m. drinking too much, and then they pull out a gun. So to me, this doesn't truly address what the problem is. That's why I think they went the wrong direction on this. But I understand the complaint about the money. To me, it would be better security possibly could help out, but I don't like it personally.
Look, the Florida man's going to take this hard if we start taking away alcohol.
Look, you're just going to make me have to get more little airplane bottles and carry them in my purse.
The Florida man's going to even Florida man harder now because he's going to be acting out.
Nothing is more fun than strolling from bar to bar with a drink.
Yeah.
A happy hour stroll down a drag with a bunch of bars, and you're sipping and laughing and walking and talking. That's just fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
don't shut that down because people don't know how to keep it together at 2 a.m.
Right. Yeah. The person who sent the text in originally said, yeah, I think they're also trying to attract a more high-end crowd now instead of the younger people, kind of like your daughter who used to live there. And my daughter was right next to Himmershey. And that's why we pop over there during the day. But she'd even tell me they got a couple clubs. In fact, there's one. I won't out it, but it's right there in that whole Himmershey area. And my daughter's like, yeah, if you want your cell phone stolen, that's where you go. Because you just know if you walk in there, that's all they do in that club is they just jack your phone.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I think you kind of know what you're walking into. And that's typically it. I hate it when the people who can't behave ruin it for the ones who can. And that's what this ruling to me is. To me, in Florida, you should be able to walk around anywhere with an alcoholic beverage because I'm a damn adult.
Yeah.
I can walk around with a water or anything else. I know how to hold my liquor. I know how to behave.
Our crew's a bunch of saints.
We're more like pirates.
How about the people, though? I said, should you be able to walk around bar districts with an open container? 89% said yes. 89%. So you clearly got it wrong, Fort Lauderdale City Commission. It's not going to solve your problem. You're still going to have this. You may feel good for a while because you're not going to have a shooting that'll happen this week, maybe in the next 2 to 3 months. And be like, see, it did it. No, you're still going to have an issue. All the problems that have been there before are still going to rise up. This isn't the right solution. You've just penalized people that are not even into this equation at all. It's really a dumb thing. And hopefully they'll correct it very soon. And hopefully it doesn't spread to other cities as well.
Look at you, more and more, sounding like that Mayor Hair. We all know you got in you.
I just want to jump in when there are topics about alcohol.
Yes.
I don't care about anything else.
I think if that's your, if that was your main platform, like
Just booze,
you were known as the alcohol
just social life in South Florida.
Freedom.
Yeah. They'd be like, Kev, what about infrastructure and all these fire?
I don't know. Are we talking about building a bar here? What are we talking about?
If the infrastructure is a bar, now you got me.
Exactly, yeah.
You would get some votes.
Yeah.
You definitely would get the goofy vote.
You're right, I would. Well, we are very excited for all the fun things that are going to be happening in South Florida this weekend. There's some really cool things, and one thing that Fort Lauderdale does have going on, they are going to be cranking open the Huizenga Park there after that $15 million renovation. It's a cool little green space right there. I'm sure you know exactly where it is, kind of right at the foot of Las Olas. You start right there and then start hitting the bars right down there, and a lot of cool stuff. They're going to have 88 new shade trees. They got all kinds of cool landscaping out there. It's going on a play area with climbable hills. They've got an expanded fenced dog run, 2 local food vendors, staffed restrooms, on-site security.
Ooh, climbable hills.
Yes. Yes.
Didn't that sound fun and free?
That is fun. You can roll down.
I love rolling down a hill.
Yeah. And they've got more than 80 events scheduled through April. So they use that park a lot. I know Jbird loves to go there and stretch in front of Dolphins cheerleaders and throw out his hammy.
I've never been the same.
That was probably the beginning of your hip pain.
It was my left.
Yep.
It was my left.
You were trying to show off in front of those Dolphins cheerleaders.
I think it was my left. So many bad memories in Miami. They all kind of just meld together.
That's Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. See?
The Metro.
So I blocked them all out.
They're going to be doing a ribbon cutting Saturday at 10 a.m. They're going to have some guided tours, and then they're doing a free movie on the lawn. They got Ratatouille Saturday evening.
It's a cute movie. I love it. I had never seen it before, and honestly, inspired me to want to get in the kitchen and explore.
Normally, we don't love rats in the kitchen, but with Ratatouille, we do.
I really loved that movie.
Yep. Sunday, they've got yoga, community market, creative writing and meditation events, so a whole bunch of hippie stuff. So
nice.
Sounds perfect for Jbird and Denny's.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then they're working on the restaurant Sweetwater's. So that's going to be open later, not this weekend. But
is that the brewery Sweetwater?
I think it's a separate restaurant. I believe it's connected to the one. You're talking about the one in Boynton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that there's any connection there.
Right.
Do you have any more questions that Kevin doesn't have the answers to?
When are you running for mayor, Mayor Hair?
Never.
I wouldn't say
never. The alcohol agenda would get you some votes.
And I would pester you to be your campaign manager to a point where you'd have to break and go, all right, fine, you can do it.
I would hope people would not vote for me.
Oh, your campaign would be riddled with scandal.
But that's what you run on. Go, we're going to have a scandal, but we're just being honest.
He gets sworn in drunk.
Other fun things going to be happening this weekend. The Jupiter Craft Brewers Fest at the Abaco Amphitheater Saturday. Always a fun time. That's just got such a great vibe there. Cool little bars, restaurants all throughout. And they going to have some amazing breweries there. Very excited for that event going to be happening this weekend. Of course, in Wellington, it's, polo season. So you got show jumping, all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be going on. Green Market, great vibes on the West Palm Beach waterfront on Saturday again. So, consider taking that. Miami's doing their marathon. Beautiful views there along Biscayne Boulevard. My daughter's going to be doing a marathon coming up. She's training for it right now. She's not doing the Miami Marathon, but she's got one in about 2 months.
But good for her, though. Yeah. That ain't easy, man. You got to be dedicated. You got to train.
She doing the full or the half?
Full. She's already done a half.
Damn.
Yeah,
she's doing 26.2 miles.
That's insane.
That is, girl. You get it.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Also, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey going to be at Amerant Bank Arena this weekend. You got Jerry Seinfeld. He's got 2 shows at Hard Rock Live tonight and tomorrow.
Quick, Virginia, give us your Seinfeld impersonation.
What's the deal with Kevin's hair?
You can see Kevin's hair tonight at the fair.
That's it. Hair at the fair.
And don't forget, I'm going to be out at Busch Wildlife tomorrow night. And
yes.
Amy from Busch Wildlife wanted me to let you know you're both invited.
I think I will too. Yeah,
Wine in the Wild. It's a fabulous fundraiser.
Oh, the mountain lions visiting Surrounding the Cougars.
Yep. I'm going to go to the Jupiter Craft Beer Fest. I'm going to come out to that and then barf in the bear cage.
Bears would eat your barf. So they'll be like, thanks, Kev.
I'm pretty sure the bear would be kind of stoked.
Sweet. I love beer.
He'll be hammered.
Where is your least favorite place to park in all of South Florida? If you are going here, you immediately have anxiety knowing what it's going to be like to park. To me, it's Miami Beach. It's absolutely terrible, rough to do. I have a hard time. I know they have a garage right off Lincoln Road, but I have a hard time right around that area as well. So I would put that at number one for me. It also can be a challenge sometimes in Delray Beach. Now, I know they do have some garages there as well, but, you know, you always want to get that street parking going on.
Oh, for me, this is an easy one. And this is when it was really popping. Sunfest. Boy, did I hate parking for Sunfest.
Yeah, when you have events, it is tough. Any of the cities, yeah, if you have an event, it's really tough to park for.
Fort Lauderdale stuck it to me recently. I thought I was just going to park this car in a empty lot and run in and get a bagel and coffee and run back out. But it was a privately owned lot with not a single car in it, mind you.
Yeah.
And so I just parked in it, ran and got the bagel, ran and got the coffee, ran back to the car. Maybe I was there 15 minutes. There's cameras on this private lot now, and they're videoing every car that comes in and comes out. And if you don't pay the $8 or whatever it is per hour to park there, they will send you a ticket for $80.
It's crazy.
And there's no number on there to call. There's no number to call and complain. It is what it is. You don't pay it. They turn the video over, and now you owe them $150.
Yeah, I think a lot of places intentionally make it tricky because they want you to get that fine, and that's even not the most expensive. I've seen some places over 100, like 125 or something like that. You might pay if you get a parking ticket.
It's crazy. So be careful. Just because there's nothing and nobody in the lot, some of these private-owned lots have cameras, and they are running their own business, just getting rich off of your fine from parking in that lot. Even if there's no cars in it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this? This is kind of trippy. It's the power of intention when it comes to finding a parking spot. There's some people who really believe this. I think it's more not a lot of people, but they believe if you have the right mind frame and you stay positive and go, I'm going to find a parking spot very soon. And you have to believe it.
Yeah.
A parking spot will present itself very quickly. And there are people who believe in that theory.
I'd like to see somebody document it, do a real scientific approach on this, see how effective it is.
I would like that too. Do you think that's too out there, or do you believe in that?
I think my sister has that. I don't know how, but this hooker, every time we're going to park somewhere, a spot right in front will open up. Like, I've seen it. Her husband talks about how it happens all the time when they're out. It's kind of wild.
And the trick they say is you can't just say it. You have to actually truly believe it.
She believes it because it's presented itself as fact so many times. But I'm also here to say it's okay to park way far away. Get your steps in.
I actually like parking far away because I look at it that way. I go, Bird, you're getting some steps in.
If I'm on a time crunch, sure, a parking spot up front would be great.
Right.
But I look at it like, you know, my chubby butt's running into Publix anyway. I'm about to buy some stuff, extra calories I probably don't need. So let me get a few extra steps in the parking lot.
Callie said the Kaseya Center, downtown Miami, that is one of the trickiest things. If you're going to a Heat game, I've always had to park on the street or, you know, further away. I know when my son went with his girlfriend, I mean, he's 17, but at the same time, we were really kind of nervous because, you know, you walk in pockets and, you know, you might see some people that you're like, okay, are they cool? Are they going to be cool? And
you're better off doing the Bright Line to that thing.
Yeah. You know, even though you're still from the Bright Line, it's like 2 blocks.
That's
and you're
fine.
You're going to be walking that.
I'm good with 2 blocks.
Yeah, but it's not an easy 2 blocks, Virginia. You earn it.
I've got a knife.
Yeah. By the way, I do not want to walk 2 blocks. That's not me getting my steps in. That's actually me hurting myself.
When I was a kid, there's this movie called The Warriors, and they were just trying to make it across Central Park. That's how I feel when I try to go from the Bright Line to the Kaseya Center.
Is that Warriors time to play?
And he's like I feel like that. I'm like, okay, we're off the bright line now. We got to make it 2 blocks to the Kaseya Center. Good luck. Now go.
Every man for himself.
If we get separated, we'll meet here in 20 minutes, we hope. Here's a flare. If you have any trouble and we get separated, just shoot it in the sky. I'll come try to find you. They say 66% of city drivers spend up to 15 minutes searching for a parking space.
That's
to 15
a lot.
minutes. Is there a threshold where you say after a certain amount of time, it ain't worth it, I'm not even going?
Yes, there's been many a times where I want to get a sandwich somewhere and I'm hangry and I'm like, I just want to eat and there's no parking spot. I'm like, screw this. And I'd go to another plaza.
Or go home and eat a tired peanut butter and jelly.
No, I won't do that. No, if I need to eat and I want to eat nice, I got to get what I want. And I can't. There's nothing worse than eating a disappointing meal.
He will not go home unsatisfied.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the one thing for me where it's probably right over close to 10 minutes, somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. If I have a parking spot, I'm like, do I really need to go here?
I mean, 10 minutes
I probably am tapping out.
That's a lot.
Well, this is why I was stunned, because in the same study, they found that nearly 3%, now it's a low number, but 3% of people will wait more than 30 minutes looking for parking. Ooh. 30 minutes and you're not tapped. I mean, to me, that's got to be something I absolutely have to be at.
I don't have the time for that.
That's kind of crazy.
I'm going to have to put myself in a situation where I leave the car with the flashers on parked illegally.
Even a funeral for a loved one, I'm like, guys, 30 minutes. I got to go.
Right?
Well, I will tell you, the ease of parking decides a lot of places where I will go and where I won't go. And if it's very difficult, it has to be that much cooler for me to attempt to try to park. I saw people on Nextdoor, don't know if it's legit or not, but they were saying that the plaza there on Singer Island, it's right on the beach. They said they started charging for parking. And boy, people on Nextdoor on Singer Island were so upset.
What, Nextdoor people were mad?
Yes.
People on Nextdoor, look, it's different than Facebook. This is where you live at. People are getting squirrely and crazy on this Nextdoor, and it's easy to find where you live.
So that parking lot for Johnny Longboats, that charges now to park there?
According to Nextdoor, again, I don't want to say anything is gospel that I read on social media, but there were a lot of people complaining and confirming that that happened. And that's one of those things where if you know that, okay, I got to pay to park, it definitely, how cool the plaza is has got to be cooler than the price it costs to park there.
Well, that's the plaza and the beach.
Right.
Like, that's the access point for a lot of people that don't have the extra money to pay for parking. That's the public beach.
I thought it was rare that they didn't have to pay for parking. It feels like it's catching up with the times. Most places I know where you're going to try to get beach access or go have a drink on the beach, you're paying for parking.
Oh, don't worry. Eventually, you'll be paying for air.
I don't want to give the secret out, but I mean, I got to do this for the families. The Jupiter Island part, the very southern part of Jupiter Island, they just redid a bunch of the free parking there. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, is one of the best beach experiences you can have. Because on one side of the road, you can have the intercoastal where it's calm and peaceful and beautiful. And on the other side, you have the ocean. So you can literally experience the best of both worlds with your family, and the parking is still free. Knock on wood.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that's a countdown until it's going to not be, because, like I said, most places now in South Florida, it's progress, right?
Yes.
No,
it doesn't feel like progress, not for regular people.
Well, that's how they label it. Yes, when they're making money off you, they just call it progress.
For regular people, it's depress.
Fine, build your condo, build your high rise. Okay, I know I can't stop that. But charging people to park, to go to the beach, it just feels not cool.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem very Mother Nature.
It doesn't feel like what Parks and Recreation was built for in this community, so that everybody could enjoy the beautiful natural resources that make Florida.
I know, they'll say, oh, well, you got to charge for state parks sometimes. So if you charge for state parks, why can't we charge for a beach?
I think that's different.
I agree, but that's what they're going to argue about.
I hear you.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, for somebody that loves to eat out as much as my wife and I do, I don't love reading the headline that Florida ranks number 2 on a list of the 10 filthiest states to dine in.
At least we're not number one. I'm trying to look at this half full.
Wow, that goes to New Jersey.
Oh, God.
And I will say the good news is there's a significant drop-off in the numbers between New Jersey and Florida. New Jersey is by far the filthiest state to eat in. If you're there right now or you're going there, it's alarming.
Dude, their motels or hotels weren't much better either. I can tell you that much.
Now, what they did was this Chicago-based company, Affordable Seating, they analyzed TripAdvisor's reviews for 2.4 stars or lower from the most populated cities in each state. They look for things like dirty restaurant, hair and food, rats, roaches, all those kind of things. They went through 2.8 million different reviews across 40,000 plus restaurants, and they say Florida tallied 4,560 dirty restaurant mentions, 1,691 hair and food complaints, and 636 references to rats or roaches. That is from Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville, St. Pete. No Broward or Palm Beach cities included.
You ever see those clips when the news will roll up on one of the restaurants? They're doing their prep and they're getting ready to open up. You're like, Virginia, why does your restaurant have roach legs in their eggs?
You're like, oh my God, I didn't know I had legs in my eggs.
Can you comment on roach legs in your eggs?
And you look so scared.
And the microphone's in your face, the light comes on.
You're so guilty.
They always get mad. No comment, get out of my restaurant.
They said that if you want to find out if there are any complaints for a place before you go to myfloridalicense.com.
It's good.
Okay, you checked it out
Oh,
before.
yes.
Okay. All right, so there you go. So that's where it is. I mean, right now, as far as South Florida, Miami's the one with the dank, nasty places, but...
You're super hungry. You get your food. There's a hair in there. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the grossest, where are you at?
It's a solid 8.
I know hair really psychs me out, man.
Well, because there's going to be a lot of funk and stuff on the hair.
I mean, I get it. The hair's going to fall in sometimes, but it really does. It's one of those ones where I'm like, oh, man, hair?
It sucks, but also sometimes I don't know if it's my hair or their hair. And then I just tell myself, it's your hair. It's your hair. You're the one shedding, going through menopause. Of course, it's your hair.
So you can power through a hair in the food.
I have, and I can, and especially if I'm hungry.
I would, for me, what I would do right now, of the 3 worst things I've ever found in food, hair was number 3. I removed the hair and I still consume the food. Second worst was a press-on fingernail in my water. Did not touch the water.
That is repulsive.
And number 1 was maggots in my lettuce wraps, and we didn't go for that one. Yeah, I was like, I'm done.
I remember when that happened. People still ask me about that. They go, "What restaurant was Kevin talking?"
Still a thriving restaurant. I still actually love it, and I've gone back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big chain.
Yeah, big chain.
I one time ordered a steak from a place, and I was so hungry, and I still couldn't eat it because the way the hair was, there was a long piece of hair, but it was cooked through the steak.
Like someone had a needle and thread and threaded a hair.
As if you could take the hair and then, like, I don't know, twirl the steak around the hair.
It's very weird.
I couldn't get through it because mentally I go, how did this even happen?
What's on your mind today, Bird?
Steak in my hair.
Okay, yeah. Steak in your hair?
No, I was so excited. Yesterday I had this big package coming that I've been very, just jacked up for. The snack pack was at the house ready for it to come. And no, it was not drugs, Virginia.
Is it a square grouper?
I know as soon as I said package and snack pack.
A fisherman dropped it off.
No,
with a wink and a smile.
I got the Sasquatch statue that it was on sale. I did the research. I got a great deal on it, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
So my friends like to see when I get something like that. So we're all, waiting for it to go there. I guess the guy came, knocked on the door. No one heard him. And now it was supposed to be delivered yesterday. They're not delivering that thing till the 28th now.
Oh, dang. And you had a party to welcome the statue.
And I couldn't hear the knock. And I didn't hear the phone either.
Were you dancing around practicing for tonight's performance?
We were rehearsing, and then I kept going outside looking. I go, it's not here yet, guys. Because typically they usually just drop it right off and take off. I've never had to sign for something like that.
No, usually they drop and run.
And then when everyone left, I go, who the hell left me 2 voicemails? We're at your door. We can't. No one's answered. They were at my door. I didn't pick up the phone or hear the knocking.
Why wouldn't they have just left it?
I don't, because it's considered a cool item. It's big.
It's very valuable.
Well, I wouldn't say, well, to me it is. But it's, if you left that out in a yard, you just go, what the hell is that box?
More or less than $300.
I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting any of that. I'm not talking about it.
Oh, that means it's more.
No, I didn't say that. People get weird when you start talking prices.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I was so excited because, we've got another upcoming neurologist appointment with my mom, and we're really just still trying to get a diagnosis. We all admit, even she will own that something has changed in her brain, but we can't get a specific diagnosis and treatment plan. So we took her to New Orleans because we were able to get a neurology appointment earlier than the one that she was able to get in Texas. But we said, just keep the Texas one because we'll go to that one eventually, but it's in 6 months, so we'll go to it. Well, guess what? Now it's coming up February, and I was like, all right, when's your neurology appointment, Mom? I know it's in February. She doesn't know. We call her doctor. He doesn't know. We call the psychiatrist. He no longer works there.
Oh, no.
I guess they didn't write it in her chart. And now we have no idea where or when her neurologist appointment is in San Antonio. And it's coming up in February.
Wow.
So I looked it up. There are 192 neurologists currently practicing in San Antonio, Texas. I think I have to call each one and see if they are the ones that her appointment is with. I'm so sad.
Do you think they might reach back out to her, though, to confirm the appointment and you can just figure it out then?
I would hope so.
Yeah,
but
I would hope so, too.
So far, no calls, no confirmations, no nothing. Now, we're trying to find that old doctor because he apparently is in Houston. So we've left him messages if he can tell us who he refers to. But isn't that weird that they would set up an appointment and not make note of it in her chart? Or set up a referral and not write the cat's name in her chart?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on.
I feel like I have brain decline from going through all this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and there are some doctors that do it right, and then there's some places you go into and you go, who the hell is running this? Two people in a doctor's office should never get into a screaming fight in front of the patients.
And think about it for a second. You've just given those people all of your personal information, including your social security number. If they can't keep their stuff together in the lobby, what tells you that their stuff together is secure on their computer?
Well, I was giving blood, and all of a sudden you hear the doors open, and I'm getting my blood taken, and you hear just this huge... I thought it was Christmas time at my house. The fight was so loud and so crisp. And the one nurse is screaming at the older woman who is the receptionist. The receptionist is acting like nothing. She's like, whatever, I'm used to your barking. And the one really getting mad, she's like, oh, whatever, Sheila. And I'm getting my blood taken. I'm going, what is happening?
Medicine in this country can be very tricky.
Yes, it definitely can. Do you have a tell when you are not okay? How would people know that you are going through something at the moment? Jbird believes that he has a tell, and he believes that Virginia has a tell when she's not doing okay.
I think you have a tell as well.
Okay. I probably do.
I mean, I have a few tells for sure. A lot of times if I'm really muttering and talking to myself and I don't realize I'm doing it, your boy needs to go to bed.
All right, tell me the tell.
My tell, though, if I'm kind of going through something mentally, I'm pounding Mountain Dew. If you see me, if that's like, Bird, that's your third Mountain Dew. Slow down. Something's going on with me. Your tell, Virginia, is the way your posture is and the way you sit and you do a thing with your hands where you just kind of put them on your forehead, and you look straight down into this invisible abyss. But I can see it in your body language. I know as soon as I walk in and go, oh boy, the witch is in a mood today.
I'm about to catch some shrapnel.
And then Kevin's, and I don't think it's a tell that you're not doing okay, but I can tell there's just a lot going on in your mind, is when you start doing that thing with your leg.
Yeah.
Because I do the same thing,
Right.
but you'll start shaking your leg to a point where you're going, is Kevin about to take flight?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I know. It's intense. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Your brain's going,
kind of overloaded.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Wings come out of his hair club hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the table starts to move.
Right. Yeah, my wife would be like, would you stop? She's like, I'm trying to eat. And like, you're shaking the whole table. Don't make me so anxious. Yeah, maybe we all do. One person texts in, they say, I become recluse. I pull back. I become introverted, and I don't really, talk to anybody.
I can have that happen too as well.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of it. One of the biggest questions that I've heard is, how do you respond? Because people always be like, hey, how you doing? And you just obligatorily say, I'm good, but it's usually a lie. And what are you saying? How do you really, truly, honestly have that conversation? Do people really care? Do they want to hear? And how do you answer that if you're not?
It's weird because I'll hear people always say, man, if there's something wrong, you got to talk to somebody, let them know what's going on. And then on the other side of the mouth, I'll hear them go, oh, they wouldn't stop talking about their problems. And we all got things to worry about. And I think there's a balance. You don't want somebody always trauma dumping on you where it's not really even a conversation. It's really more of, you should always listen to your friends, but there are times where people can just go on and on and on, and everything is about their world and not yours.
If you're doing that to your friends, it's time to get a little therapy, because you can't just continually trauma dump on your friends. They're going to get fatigued.
But you do need somebody you can talk to. And,
Sure.
and I don't think talking about your problem is trauma dumping. I'm talking about somebody where you've listened to them, you've given them advice if they've asked, you've talked multiple times, many, many times, and it's almost like they're not even listening.
That happens.
Yes, just know that sometimes that can repel people. And they don't want to hurt your feelings because you're going through something.
No, and then that might be the time when you need to go get some therapy from a professional.
Because there's nothing like great advice and a great talk from a loved one or a great friend. That can be a game changer. It really can be.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever answer that honestly unless it was just one of the few people that's in my intimate circle. Everybody else who says, how you doing? I'm going to be like, I'm good, even if I'm not.
Yeah, man, I did that at a grocery store. Didn't know the guy. And I was in the aisle looking for sauce. I just said, hey, how's it going? As he's stalking, well, my roommate, he died of COVID. My mom has not talked to me in 4 months. He starts going through all of this stuff. I go, I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you know where the garlic's at?
Nice to meet you.
No, he just started going into, and I felt bad. So I felt obligated to stand there and kind of listen to him, but I didn't know what to say.
Well, if you're wondering about Morrissey, the artist from the 80s who was scheduled to play Hard Rock Live last night, he must have been in his feelings and had been doing great because he not only performed, apparently he took his shirt off. I got a report here from Broward, and they said, yes, my daughter went to the concert. She said the show was great until the shirt came off. She's 18. Morrissey's what? In his probably late 50s?
Yeah, he's 66.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 66-year-old dude. So he was feeling it last night. Well, there is a lot of money that is being thrown around South Florida. There is just an influx of cash that is going on. And look, we've always had a lot of rich people here, but I think more than ever, I saw that Miami is number one, at least in the nation, for billionaires. I think they got 30-plus billionaires there. I know the Palm Beaches have a bunch of billionaires as well. And I saw somebody commenting, they said Alabama has 2.
Oh, poor Alabama.
So we got all these people that they just come in with a lot of cash, and you hope that they have our best interests at heart, but they do not. They're business people. They've got their best interests at heart. And so some of the biggest names that are out there are throwing their cash all around South Florida even. And one of them is Larry Ellison. He's the guy that did Oracle. He bought the O Resort in Palm Beach. I hear he's really trying to transform Manalapan and kind of make that almost kind of a secluded community for global wealthy people to come in. And, you know, it really is kind of taken over. I mean, it's the rich are richer than it feels like they've ever been at least in my lifetime.
Yeah, I go on my next door, and there's somebody made this meme, and it makes this city look all ominous with a storm in the background, and in big letters it goes, "Save Lake Park from coming this," and it's all these high rises, and there's a big.
It is.
People are.
You already got that massive one in Lake Park.
That thing is a monster, and I know they were arguing, saying it doesn't fit.
It doesn't.
It's too big.
But it's there.
Well, and it lets you know once you have a building like that, it just all of a sudden you're like, well, I guess we're going to make everything this size now just to have it blend in. And so when you get one across, then it's like, okay, everybody else has an argument being like, yeah.
Oh, you let that one in.
Well, why would I build small? Because it looks out of place.
Well, it just makes me feel bad because, A, I grew up in Lake Park. I love Lake Park. I don't want to see Lake Park change into that. And people who do live in Lake Park and grow up in that area, northern Palm Beach County, they don't want it to change like that. Most of them don't. No. So there's a war going on, and I know they're not going to win the war.
Right.
They're not. It just sucks.
You can't fight progress when progress has all the money.
You can make all the memes you want. It was a clever meme, but I just don't think it's going to win.
Look at the building.
Yeah.
Obviously, the war is not being won by the little people.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of it. In fact, I saw America's richest 1% now control 31.7% of total household wealth. That is the highest concentration since the Federal Reserve started tracking it in 1989. They say their $55 trillion in assets roughly equals what the bottom 90% of Americans possess combined.
Wow.
There's just such a big divide. And they say the top 10% of earners now account for nearly half of all consumer spending. It's just absolutely insane. The few people that have all the wealth and the majority of people that are just scrapping for nickels and trying to keep a roof over their head and be able to afford their next meal. While other people are saying, should I have 3 or 4 mega yachts?
I know. I mean, at that point, you are now considered a villain.
No, it really is.
You try to fight, I don't know, superheroes or something.
It really is. And look, you know, when you got that kind of money, you lose perspective. You don't care what's going on with regular people. They don't concern you. And that's just what happens. The rich trod all over the people that do not have that kind of money. They come in and they gobble up what we use, and then they make it all theirs. And so I understand where this narrative is coming from, because Larry Ellison, aside from buying the O Resort in Manalapan, has also purchased Lion Country Safari in Loxahatchee, a place that we absolutely have loved forever. All of my kids, from when they were the youngest, we have so many great memories of taking them there. It was one of my wife's and I's first dates, was going to Lion Country Safari.
I love Lion Country Safari. It is amazing, and it's been family run since the 60s.
Oh, it's
the same family had it since the 60s.
It's been a staple here in South Florida forever. I mean, I remember being a little kid and my dad taking me to Lion Country Safari.
Mm-hmm. So there are some rumors that are kind of running a little bit wild right now, where there's a story that is out, and I guess the KOA campground that is right next to Lion Country Safari is going to be closing on April 30th. And so some people have now jumped on this, and they said, okay, here we go. And then you got people on TikTok, they're leaving messages like this.
When I got the Google alert that Larry Ellison had just bought this Lion Country Safari back in November, I knew something was up, but I didn't know what. But I knew that he was not going to do anything good with that land. So I started digging into the files, and I pulled every government contract, every legislative bill in that area from the past 6 months. And guess what they're building less than 2 miles down the road from Lion Country Safari? A little project they're calling Project Tango. It's a massive AI data center sitting on over 200 acres acres and next to the largest natural gas power plant in the country. And thanks to Florida law, the company behind that data center gets to remain anonymous. They get to hide their identity from the public. So for legal reasons, I can't say for certain that it's Oracle behind that data center project. Could be Amazon, could be Google, could be Microsoft, or it could be the guy who just bought Lion Country Safari down the road. Hard to say.
So those are people trying to connect the dots, make a big old scandal out of this.
This is the part of the movie where we go, Superman, where are you? We need you.
All we have is Captain Crust. I don't know if he's going to be able to help.
He's got no power right
Pizza
now.
Pizza ain't going to fix this.
He's just getting off the ground.
The official word right now is that Lion Country Safari will remain open. They're denying the rumors that the data center is going to be built on the property. They're saying that's trick talk, not TikTok. But the investigators are on it, trying to pull records, trying to connect the dots to see if this is legit.
It's not going anywhere. It's just going to be on the 23rd floor.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll see what happens. The official word is Lion Country Safari is going to be fine, even though the KOA campground is going to be closing. No need to panic, they say. Guess we'll have to see what happens.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but the FBI has just started poking around to figure out if there was anything shady with the death of the Colts owner, Jim Irsay. Now, Jim died back in May of last year, and they said it was an overdose. I guess he has had some issues with drugs and overdoses in the past. There were other incidents, including in 2023 and 2020. One of those times he was administered a dose of Narcan, which saved his life. So the FBI is now asking questions of a California-based addiction specialist, Dr. Harry Harutunian, who apparently a lot of people say was very close to him before he passed away. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know if they're saying that Dr. Harry had anything to do with his death. A lot of times you can follow the money. That's what I've learned from watching Dateline. Who stood to benefit if the owner of the Colts, Jim, turned up dead? Could that person have been working with Dr. Harry?
Dateline, though, they gotta edit themselves down a little bit. Some of those episodes are like hour 43. Like what?
You could tell the story in 45.
You could totally tell the story in 45.
So stick around. This one is definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because if the FBI is involved, then they think something weird's going on. So they're poking around. And the Washington Post is also poking around. So they are trying to figure out who may have been involved in his death besides him.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this story repeat now how many times, from Matthew Perry to Michael Jackson and these celebrities. They get this, that Prince, where they have that doctor that just, give them whatever they want.
Elvis.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. It's been going on for a while. It's shocking to see it again.
They gave Elvis all the drugs he wanted, and they made him a black belt in karate. And he did the black belt in a real short time.
Well, Elizabeth Hurley told a London court that she believes journalists were literally listening outside of her windows during what she described as a years-long invasion of privacy by the whole company that runs Daily Mail. Now, in a witness statement read to the Royal Courts of Justice, Hurley said that she felt crushed by what she called a brutal campaign that included phone tapping, the hidden microphones, and stolen medical records that were taken from her doctor's office while she was pregnant. She is one of several high-profile figures that have aligned to sue this company behind Daily Mail and say that they have been doing illegal news gatherings since 1993. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's very similar, I guess, to the Prince Harry fight, right? Is,
Yeah.
them crossing bounds.
It's all the same stuff. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted if Daily Mail gets in trouble or not. They do have some good juice and dirt. How do they get it?
Right.
And finally, here, this is a messy situation. So I know you follow comedians, Jbird. I don't really follow comedians, so I don't know this guy's name. Corey. Oh, damn. I'm pulling back to the story. Sorry. My internet closed.
Holcomb?
Corey Holcomb. He was out front of the Hollywood Improv, and he was in a verbal altercation with a female comic, Christina Payne. I don't know if you know her. Apparently, these two were arguing. Corey Holcomb and Christina Payne were arguing and arguing. There's video of it happening. A large group gathered to listen to them argue. And then at some point in the argument, he balls up his fist and punches her right in the face.
I know Corey. He was on the Nick Cannon show, Wildin' Out, for a while.
He wilding out.
Wildin'
The
out.
streets of Hollywood.
What the heck?
He does
Punched her in the face.
He does a podcast. I don't know Christina.
I don't think he's going to be able to justify that. I mean, even if you guys were having some sort of beef, you can't punch somebody in the face as a grown-ass man. There's a lot of people standing around, too, and it's a very clear video of it going down.
So they're arguing, and he just hauls off, and wow.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Been about 3 years now since we've heard from Harry Styles, and people seem to be very excited that he has got new music that is out. He's got this album he's going to be dropping, and today is your first chance to hear his brand new single.
Okay.
It is called Aperture. All right, what do you think?
It's not my cup of soda.
I think it's terrible.
I don't like it.
No,
I think it's awful. I heard it. I was like, seriously, that's it? We waited 3 years for that?
It sounds like it would be in one of those drug movies in the background at a club while they're making some kind of a deal in the background.
Huh.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it's not anything that you put on for enjoyment. You're right. Maybe you could use it in a movie, and if you were writing it for a movie and you did that, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's got a vibe fits a scene. But for me to be in the car and be like, hey, let's listen to the new Harry Styles, they ain't going to cut it from me.
What did you say? You said, I think it's terrible.
No, it is.
Where's the rest of it? Is that all we're going to get?
Right now, I'm going to give you the full song and probably lose all of our audience after this.
Never mind. Y'all go look it up on your own.
I know. Yeah.
It actually started, you're right, it started hurting my ears.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to.
It sounded like bad on hold music a little bit.
I just don't even know what to.
Yeah.
When I'm waiting to pay like my Capital One bill, that's the music that they play while I'm just annoyed and I feel like they're going to hit me with a late fee.
That's about 7 minutes on the phone with your credit card, and they're going to tell you you owe so much late fees.
It's some lady in Bangladesh, and she don't even know what I'm saying, but that's the hold music.
It's very unsettling. Yeah, I don't know. I walked in here with the complete game plan that I was going to play the whole thing. Maybe I'll put it up to a vote. Do you want to give it a chance and listen to the whole thing, or was that absolutely enough? It was enough for me, so I'll see what the people say.
People love hating on stuff, so.
They do, but, would you rather hate on it for 30 seconds or for 3 minutes?
There's a difference.
Was that the middle of it with like none of the...
That I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't tell you. That's why that's the question that we have to ask ourselves. Do you want a chance giving it more time later and seeing if it's not fair to judge it by just a 30-second clip of it?
Yeah, someone in the chat room says, you guys just don't get it. And I agree. I do not get it. I absolutely don't get it.
I guess we'll see.
Explain it to me.
Yeah, I mean, if they're saying that, then, clearly we are the ones that are out of touch here.
That's one person out of everyone else. Everyone else is saying, don't play it. Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll let people vote on it if we play it or not, and then I'll let you smash it or trash it if you want to do that. But, I mean, just know that we're going to be in it together for like a full, I don't even know what the length of the song is. I assume it's around 3 minutes.
Terrible elevator music.
Yeah. We're going to just have to sit there together and be like...
It's weird, right?
And I don't look...
on-hold vibe.
I am fine with weird. I love alternative music. I love stuff that's just, whoa, that was kind of bizarre, but it was cool. I just find that to be bizarre, and I'm not hearing it.
Well, you know how it goes. You want to do something different as an artist. Look at me. I can do the pop songs, but I can also do the dance bangers.
He definitely thinks he is a deep artist.
Well, yeah.
You can do different, but still do good.
Right.
Maybe we just don't get it. Maybe that one comment in the chat room is right.
It might be. I mean, like I said, I will put it to the people, and you guys can decide, and we'll see how well it goes. I just have really only known Harry Styles to have hit after hit,
bangers,
good decision after decision.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what he's doing, when he's in a boy band, he gets in that, he decides to leave, it was the right thing. Any project he seems to do seems to be right on.
Watch. And 2 weeks it goes to number one.
It might. Honestly, seriously, I'm just trying to explore it. It was not the sound I was expecting to get hit with this morning when I was very excited. I was like, oh, cool, that new Harry Styles song dropped, and it came on. I was like, huh.
Wow.
That's not what I was expecting. And look, I don't expect him to repeat and do the exact same sound he's done. I loved his last album. There were so many genius songs on that.
Yeah, and you never know what's going to hit. Sometimes you can get weird and funky and outside the box, and it hits.
Yeah, maybe it'll grow on me. I don't know. But yeah, first listen to just 30 seconds of it, I'm like, I don't know yet. Now, the other thing that he did is definitely not connecting with fans. He's trying a different approach to his upcoming tour. Now, it's going to be featuring residencies across 7 cities and 3 continents. Now, you see that, and I understand when artists do residencies. It's a lot easier on you. You don't move. The people come to you, and you go to a city like Vegas. And if you want to see it, you do a vacation, and then you go see that artist. But it's usually when they have the cachet to do so. Harry Styles is really going to be doing the same thing, but it's going to be global residencies where he's going to pick these 7 cities. And for us in the United States, it's New York City, all the way on one coast. And I saw in the comments section, a lot of people in Los Angeles are like, seriously? Like, you're not even going to at least do half your dates in New York, half in LA. So if you're somewhere in the middle of the country, you can pick one side. No, if you are on the West Coast, you are traveling all the way across the United States. And you're going to go see Harry Styles, whatever that ticket's going to cost. You're going to have to deal with your airfare. And my perception is at least a lot of the hotels I've seen in Manhattan are maybe not as affordable as if you were in other cities and places. Manhattan itself, that compact little burg there and borough, is a little bit more expensive when it comes to hotel rates.
This just in, a Harry Styles fight has now just broke out in our chat room.
The least masculine fight you could have.
We're being called old farts. Other people are defending Harry Styles. Other people are saying, oh, it's the worst song ever. They're fighting amongst each other.
Well, this is what you'll get with this. And look, I really do want to like it. And I hope that after I hear the whole thing, I'll completely change my tune. I'll be like, you know what? I need to give it more time. And that could very well be it. First quick little listen. Wasn't what I was expecting. I'm not really hearing it, but we'll see what happens.
And here's my question. Just because you don't like something, okay, it's just not your cup of soda, it's not your flavor, does that automatically make you a hater because you don't vibe with it? I don't know if that makes you a hater, because we like Harry Styles. We just didn't like that song.
To me, a hater is somebody that's going all in and you're trying to find something really negative. To say it's not my preference, I think, is your own opinion. And when we do this show, it's about giving opinions on how we feel about things. And we could be the only 3 people on planet Earth that are not feeling that song.
I don't mind being labeled a hater. I don't like something.
Yeah.
I'd rather be labeled honest.
I mean, I've already gotten 2 comments today. Snack Pack sucks. So, I mean, hating's part of the game, I guess.
Dang. on a show day.
And that was from my family.
So the strategy with Harry Styles' concert is he's going to be doing 30 dates at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Oh, wow.
They're going to start on August 26th, and they will run through October 31st.
30 dates.
Yep.
That's long.
Yeah,
if you're doing 7 global cities and 30 of them are in New York.
Right. So I guess he's just figuring that anyone who wants to see him in the United States, you're coming to New York City in that month.
Interesting.
And if you want to get tickets, the pre-sale starts on Wednesday, and then they're going to have a general on sale next Saturday. And I saw that some people are already lining up for it. Look, a global superstar. He is an A-lister. He is up there. You expect greatness. And there may be other songs on the album that you connect with, and who knows? Aperture, I might hear it. all the way through and be like, it's a great song. Good song.
Also, it's not that deep, y'all. Just a song.
Yeah. So we'll see. Just after 8 a.m., we intend to play it unless the overall majority of people on KBJT are saying absolutely not. Play it.
There's going to be a Harry Styles Civil War.
Okay.
I love it. Get your pitchforks.
That's it.
Let's go.
And I'm going to stir the pot.
All right. No Heat, no Panthers this weekend. And then the NFL action is going to be going on Sunday. And I know a lot of people will probably be spending their day watching football starting at 3 p.m.
Not me. Panda has declared no more sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When the Bills got eliminated, that's it. No
He's
more
out.
sports. And then I caught him watching the national championship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was salty for 10 minutes.
There's a lot of emotions that go into this, Virginia.
I know. I get it. I'm gonna let him do the stages of grief with little ridicule.
Yeah, you've got the Patriots Broncos going to be on CBS 3 o'clock Sunday. The Rams Seahawks 6:30 on Fox.
How do you think those two are going to play out? What do you think?
I think the Patriots are going to win. Broncos got a backup quarterback, and they honestly should not have beaten the Bills. There's a lot more traction going on in that one play that went the Broncos' favor, should have gone the Bills' favor, really could have changed the game, probably would have changed the outcome of the game.
So it should have been Bills Patriots.
Should have been. Yep, I think that's what a lot of people would rather see. I know I would. And then the Rams Seahawks could be a good battle. We'll see. Seahawks look like they might be the top team going through it, but who knows what's going to be happening with that. So you can check that out. One thing I will tell you is the Miami Hurricanes were in a highly watched game. In fact, the most watched college football game in 11 years.
Wow.
When they played Indiana in the national championship at Hard Rock Stadium.
Okay.
30.1 million viewers is what they said. And that is the second most watched college football title game. The only one that beat it was when Ohio State beat Oregon in 2015. They had 33.9 million. So that's pretty big stuff. And I really love seeing Fernando Mendoza, the Miami kid that was the Indiana quarterback. I know it's kind of confusing.
Because they played Miami, but he wasn't playing for Miami. He was playing against Miami, but he's from Miami.
Exactly, yes. So he is doing the New York City rounds, and he interrupted Jimmy Fallon's monologue on The Tonight Show last night.
Fernando, what are you doing here? Jimmy, everybody knows The Tonight Show is where champions go, so here I am. That's right. Come on. That's right you are. Since you're here, I have to ask, how does it feel to win Indiana's first ever football championship? Well, we finally got our coach Ignited to smile. So that was the biggest accomplishment. No, but for real, Indiana's been predominantly a basketball, and football's been in purgatory for the longest time. And our team, with Coach Ignited and a whole bunch of under-recruited guys who have already been doubted their entire lives, now finally marked as national champions. It means the world to all of us.
Okay, there you go. Man of the people right there. Fernando Mendoza on The Tonight Show last night. He's going to be on Good Morning America this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, so Miami kid doing big stuff. And tell me what you would do. This is what's going on with college football now that you can pay players, and there's really no limit on it. When you have big donors at a school, they can jump in and just throw whatever money they want at a kid. And Mark Cuban is a grad of University of Indiana. And he has stepped in and he said, okay, Fernando, you could go to the NFL, likely would be picked by the Raiders overall with the number 1 pick, and probably would make $39 million. So you make more in the NFL. But he said, if you stay one more year and try to bring it back, I will match that salary that you would make in the NFL. $39 million for you to come back to play at Indiana one more year. What do you say?
Duh. I think he should stay.
Well, I mean, the question is, that would be for 1 year, the NFL, you get in and you start kind of moving. I guess it's how does he feel about going to play for Tom Brady's Raiders in Las Vegas? If he feels like that's a good fit and he could be there long term. Because there are some people that if the Jets are picking you, you may be like, maybe I'll stay in college.
The Jets are definitely having a difficult time.
Yeah, they're not in their season right now.
Nobody's really excited to go be on a losing team. It's hard.
It is, yeah. So he does have that option. You can take the $39 million and stay in college. I guess we'll have to see what he winds up doing there. And same thing goes for a lot of Miami Hurricanes players as well. This is kind of what happens. I saw even some of the better Canes players, they jump into the portal and they see if somebody who's going to pay them the most money. They become free agents.
There's a portal?
Yep, that's what they do. They jump into the portal and then they see, okay, who's going to throw out the highest bid for me?
Dang, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so the ones that are really good, they get a lot of money. The ones who are kind of mediocre, they usually wind up just getting ditched and don't have a team. So it's kind of dangerous. You got to know your value. I always tell you, it's one of the most valuable things in life. Know your worth. If you don't, it can burn you in the butt.
Oh, yeah. I'm worth 9 corn dogs. Whatever that. How much is that? It's
I'll give you 10.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm signing.
I'll overpay. That's what I do here. Make terrible business deals. Okay, you have a nice little win here for the week, a feel-good Friday. One of the stories that has been out pretty much all this week, but I thought it was pretty awesome. Have you seen the woman that went viral for her own personal Dr. Pepper jingle, and then the soda company picked it up and used it as a commercial?
This is the dream come true, Jbird. This is what you have to do.
Well, I did this with Little Debbie, and I sent them a jingle and everything, and they said, oh, thanks for your effort. We're going to send you a T-shirt, and they never sent it to me.
Wow, yeah.
Kind of a different experience than this Dr. Pepper girl.
Yeah, but I love it. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and the reason why she got it wasn't just because she had the jingle. It's because it went viral. I think it was 15 million plus views when Dr. Pepper said, there might be something here.
Yeah.
So you got to just go viral, Jbird.
And it was smart. They leaned in, and also the turnaround was fast, too. So Dr. Pepper, they didn't wait. They didn't have a board meeting and say, what do you think about this? Should we do a commercial? No, they had somebody that was fast. They just took the visuals of delicious Dr. Pepper and they put it to what this girl, she was just looking inside the camera. And you could tell she was just an average, ordinary girl that just had a little love for Dr. Pepper, and she belted this tune out.
I have a theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Do-do-do. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Do-do-do. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Good and nice. Do-do-do.
That was great.
I mean, I got that Mountain Dew one, Mountain Dew Gangster, but there's a lot of swearing in it, so that probably will not work. Don't think it's good for the market.
May not get picked up. And I thought this was a nice little good story to end the week on. Angela Maples was battling kidney failure, and she endured long dialysis sessions while waiting a transplant. While she was running out of options, she reached out to her husband Joshua's ex-wife, Amanda.
Oh, boy.
That's quite an ask. You know you're desperate when you get to your husband's ex-wife.
Maybe you wouldn't give him one, but maybe you would give her one. He took her off your hands.
Turns out the ex-wife, Amanda, was a perfect match.
Wow.
They had a successful transplant.
The perfect match thing is hard to get, man. I mean,
you've been through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You were a perfect match for your kidney brother, and you weren't related.
Yeah, they thought me and Bigfoot are almost brothers. They couldn't believe that my kidney matched his DNA so well.
It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool thing, and here they are speaking to it.
One day I just started not feeling very well and no idea what was going on. Was told right away to get admitted into the hospital because I was down to 3% kidney function. Nobody in my family member was either healthy enough or had the proper blood type in order to be able to help out.
It was a no-brainer for me. I follow what the universe tells me, what my heart tells me. I was meant to give her my kidney.
Because it's such a huge gift, it's like, how do you take that in?
Cool little story, right?
That is very cool.
Love it.
Yeah. All right, well, we got KVJ live at the South Florida Fair tonight on the Coke Florida stage at 7 p.m. It's an all-ages show with a snack pack performance. Can't wait to see everybody out there. Before we get to the after the show that you can watch live on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. Bird, if you would, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
I left my glasses in the other room, and I got so excited because we have guests in here. I ain't got no thought of the day. I didn't even know the show was over.
Look at you, Chatty Cathy, in here talking to everybody.
Don't forget your glasses.
Yeah. He was making fun of me after my commercial. Got the whole group to applaud, which made my whole face turn red.
Call your mom and dad, tell them you love them.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.